Welcome to Windows 98 256 Color Edition. Okay. I wonder if the video would look better. Hey, Hummicker, how you doing? Things that do not miss. Rebooting to switch from 16-bit to 256, right? Oh, stupid taskbar. Think. As long as your cat won't unplug your PS2 mouse. He would have a hard time doing that. In my current setup that I have. Restart the game. We need to hear this. Okay, okay. You know what? There we go. Put it down there. That way I can minimize the taskbar. Yeah, I don't want to auto hide. I hate auto hide. It gets in the way. Here we go. Did you make it to day 2 or still on day 1? As far as I know, yes, Epic 3D Mark 99. I installed that for fun, for funsies. We're only in day 1. We haven't made it to day 2. I've only really explored about half. Oh, what is that? Pretty sure I think I know what that's from, but I can't think of it. I'll set it here for now. Sorry, found a little rubber foot on the floor. Not sure where it came from. Does 2001 SE work on 98? I think it does, actually, Epic. You can download them legitimately. I forget what the website is. I know Phil's Computer Lab has them available along with the keys to be able to utilize them to their fullest. And I considered installing it on this machine to test it out. I'm definitely going to install the 2003 one on the Windows XP machine and run it. I found something nifty about the Windows XP machine that I didn't remember being in the BIOS, but is there. I don't need to use Run with Affinity in order to isolate cores or to select a core for a game to run on. So early 90s games, I can actually go into the BIOS and disable 3 of the 4 cores and actually have it run on just one core, like an old Pentium 4, basically. Or an Athlon or something. Days are chapters, so there's no time limit. A lot of people, though, this game had a time limit, thought this game had a time limit. Complete the tasks and day will proceed. Gotcha. 2001 SE has a special place in your heart. You did so much overclocking at that. Trying to just maximize your numbers. Windows ME has a special place, special place in your heart. It leaked out of your memory.
By the Mazeballs.
Thank you for the 5 bits. Pardon my hiccups. All right, making the little GF2 MX go or 400 cry. I forget what video card I had initially with my Athlon XP. I'm sure it was a GeForce, but I don't remember which one. I later ended up with an ATI 9600 XT, and I thought that was amazing. So we already went to Jackson Square. We've been to St. Louis Cathedral. So time for the Jackson Square overlook. Oops, I think that MIDI was just a little too much. Okay.
Saint Louis Cathedral. The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis IX of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788. The present church dates from 1851.
You went with a GeForce 4 Ti 4400, killed it on the same day you got it, then got another GeForce 4 Ti. That audio was way, way quiet. Let's try it again.
St. Louis Cathedral. The original church on this site was built in 1724 and was named for Louis IX of France. That church burnt in the Great Fire of 1788. The present church dates from 1851.
Hey, Mitral, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. We're doing great. The lady that you just heard narrating, by the way, anybody and everybody, that actually is the same voice actress who is the voodoo lady in the Monkey Island series, starting with The Curse of Monkey Island. Same voice actress. She exaggerates that Caribbean, well, in this case, it's not Caribbean, it's a Cajun accent. Same, yeah. And I picked up on it. Somebody mentioned her, I had thought about it or something, but I ended up looking her up, and it's the same lady. So the narrator in Gabriel Knight 1 is her. By far the best-looking GeForce 4. Wow, that actually is a pretty nice-looking... I mean, really, look at the size of that freaking heatsink. That thing's huge for that era. 2 fans. And does it have a filter on the fans? What? How far ahead of the time were they? There's a DVI port and a VGA port. Even had a back plate? Whoa. I mean, seriously, that's actually kind of cool because none of that really existed at the time. It's like nobody was doing that.
4 pairs of binoculars are rigorously mounted on the cement floor.
Mitral, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, I already asked you how you're doing. I hope you had a good weekend, at least. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I figure we'll...
These binoculars aren't going anywhere without a
jackhammer. AGV bus. Probably, yeah. Most likely. Although, well, I don't know. Earlier cards would have been PCI with AGP. She sounds so way she does, doesn't she?
Gabriel can't do anything with the buildings from here.
That's...
These binoculars are...
am I able to use them? Maybe that's what this is. Aha! What can you tell me about voodoo? Oh, this is cool. Check this out. Teapat! There's a teapat! How are you doing? That was the rear. What? Oh, nice. There's a... so what, did they put the memory on the back of the card, I guess? And that's what that heatsink is for? Now that you did that, I want to look on the other side. Yeah, I bet you the memory is on both sides. And that would explain the double... Yeah. I am another of your all-time favorites. There's a lot of people who think this one's their favorites. I've never played it. I've only seen really one person stream it. I've witnessed others stream it. I've never actually watched. How do I get out of this? GeForce 4 had memory on both. Okay, yeah. So I can look around, but I can't. How do I get out of this? Dark mechs. Oh, there we go. Is it going to give me different views? Oh, it does. This isn't a hint, but this game has to try everything to do everything, even for funsies. Like, for example, if you tried everything with Grace, like climb the ladder, have fun with it, Sierra was ahead of his time. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ultima. One of the things that I like doing with Sierra games is looking for all the different ways you can die in the game, because they always have a goofy message for that. How the heck do I get out of this mode? How did I get out of it last time? There we go. I don't know what I did that worked, but I did it. Oh, Gabe has tried... Yes. Repeatedly. There's that mime. And it does not want... This is really cool. Rooks, how are you doing? Let's see. Or do things to yourself, like use the open icon on Gabriel, or take him. Oh, boy. I don't know what I did, but that worked. Just got back from work. Ooh. So see what he says is hilarious. Okay. I'm wondering if... I guess it's looking at each of the 4 corners you can visit in Jackson Park, and I'm curious... There's a guy playing drums. I'm guessing we're supposed to witness something from here at some point. Oh, here we go. All right.
I'm doing the best I can.
Handsome, isn't he?
You've already got me, you lucky devil. If I want to open up, I'll go to a shrink.
I'll go to a shrink. Yep, 4 corners. Technically, you should see an exit if you drag your mouse to the side rather than the... Ah, okay.
Move, Gabriel. Try to walk icon.
And Chelnov, by the way, how you doing? I saw your message and I got distracted. Hang on a second. You said... What did you say? His Gabriel nightmares. But your chair is like Louis the 14th and everything is IKEA. Yeah, right?
Hey, I'll ask the questions around here.
Of course you will.
Don't ask me. I'm even less informed than you.
Informed? I'm less informed. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to get out of this. See, it turns to an hourglass. It's probably a bug with the Windows version because it's kind of strange. You can see it's jerky for one thing. There we go. Yeah.
There's no reason to do that with the plant. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason. There's no reason.
I guess there's no reason.
There is nothing of interest.
All right. I guess that'll come into it at some point. Just like the exit should show up when you're moving screen. Yeah. Napoleon House. Oh, wait. To New Orleans map. Interesting. Okay, so we've actually got other locations other than, I guess this is one of the parishes? I don't know. I really hate the fact that after the Queen's death, the Australian coins are being updated. But then again, I don't like change. That's good. Hey, look, it's George Jefferson.
A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard.
Morosely? Morosely?
A sharp-eyed gentleman in a gray sports coat hunches over a chessboard.
That job makes a lot of
To
sense.
himself.
Checkmate!
Again?
Son of a bitch.
A young man is deep into conversation with his girlfriend and feeling no pain. A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend.
Kinda cute.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
Nah.
Come on! I'm growing fungus already.
What?
Shut up. You are a fungus.
You are a fungus.
An unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone. It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos. A small table, recently deserted, holds the remains of someone's drink.
Okay.
What do I need with a table? What do I need with
That belongs to the...
They aren't mine.
Gabriel's already created enough bad karma in this bar.
No drinking like solitary binge drinking. How did he create bad karma in this place? I mean, seriously, he hasn't had... Did you hear...
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
Oh, bourbon. Did you hear about the perfume factory that went bankrupt? It just stopped making sense. I'm sorry, but you deserve this. Don't take it personal. Gabriel's a player.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
All right. Here we go. Let's see if he says the thing.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tune, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
You thought they went bankrupt from too many knockoffs imitating them? They called it the Attack of the Colognes. Oh my God, Rooks. That was actually almost pretty good. I have liked New Orleans every time I've a vacation there. I've passed by New Orleans so many times, but I never went. Sitting Stan, welcome in. Final, how are you doing? I'm doing well today, Sitting Stan. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Final? Thought I stepped on the cat or something. Hey, Rage! What part of the states do you live in? I live in Georgia, actually. But I would go to Texas occasionally, and I would drive I-10. I had to think of what the interstate was. That would go north, just north of New Orleans. I could have easily just made a detour and went and visited, but I never went. Why did the perfumer go out for a drink after that joke? Because he didn't want to drink cologne. All right. Battle of the puns.
Does the phrase Gabriel sans corps mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
All my exes live in Texas. Billy Bob Bitterman. No, I married my ex.
I married my ex.
Kind of surprised so few people in New Orleans recognize a French phrase. Well, I mean, it's like Florida. Most of the people in Florida aren't really from Florida. They might be a generation from Florida, but most of them are actually from somewhere else, usually up north. Oh, we doing pun battle. Here we go. A woman has twins and gives them up for adoption. One of them goes to a family in Egypt and is named Akmul. The other goes to a family in Spain. They name him Juan. Years later, Juan sends a picture of himself to his birth mother. Upon receiving the picture, she tells her husband that she wishes she had a picture of Akmul. Her husband responds, "They're twins. If you've seen Juan, you've seen Akmul." Well, they were a French colony and take it pretty serious. They do, yeah. But New Orleans is also a place that just attracted a whole lot of people from around the country, if not the world. And so I'm sure it's probably got a lot of people. Hamal? Oh, Yuli, thank you. Hamal? Okay. If you've seen Juan, you've seen Hamal. See, that relies on the person knowing how to pronounce it. I was looking at it as sort of an Arabic name, so something that came out as Akmal instead of Emal. No idea that was I was go. I just kind of ruined it for you, though. I failed. No. You didn't fail. I just mispronounced it. I ruined the joke because of my my poor pronunciation.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
It is Arabic, I think, but it's not pronounced like that. Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm no expert. I was making an assumption, a poor assumption. I was half right. At least it might be Turkish. That dang autocorrect. That's funny. All. But now it makes sense. Sons. All kinds of sons around here. I don't know what that means.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
They're in love. Tell me about yourself. Well, I like long walks on the beach with the sandworms. I'm just kidding. This isn't street musicians. There should be plenty.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life.
Okay, so, yeah, he told us everything I was going to hear. Will he tell me about
Can I
voodoo?
ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax.
Buzz off.
Right. Sorry.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
Game is imminent.
Hey, Rev.
It's a slaughter.
It's a slaughter.
Right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Cat. Oh, he's a cat. Ah, yes. Amal is Arabic. Hope. It's a woman's name, though. Ah, well, they can still be twins. You know, you can have a girl and a boy set of twins. So that
Sam, you're just about the worst chess player I ever knew.
you just realize that Gabriel looks like the love child of Bon Jovi and David Bowie. You know, you kind of got a point. No, there would be. I know there's maternal and fraternal twins, but one beings that look alike and others that are different. And that has to do, if I'm remembering my biology right, that has to do with two eggs being fertilized instead of one egg splitting. So dimorphism is a thing. Yeah. He's definitely got a 90s dreamboat look. Unless cartoons have lied to me, the girl would have a little pink bow. We got commercials coming in about 50 seconds or so, and I'm really sorry for that. But
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
I'm trying to be with my lady
For me,
here,
this kind of
pal.
play of romance. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure. You want to know my sign?
Uh-oh.
On second thought, I don't think you could help. Forget it.
I don't know why it's so dark. What happened? There we go. I don't know what happened to the cat cam. That light turned off for some reason. Let's see.
You're a sore loser, Sam.
I don't think I want to do that.
I don't think I wanted.
Only lead to trouble.
Let's see. What else do we have in here?
Several fine old oil. A chandelier cast a dim glow. A stereo and some old jazz albums
Oh.
occupy the back shelf.
Okay.
Gabriel cannot. There is not. Gabriel, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Oh, yeah.
Gabriel, the door isn't going.
This place needs dueling pianos. I know, it's kind of weird. It's playing, I don't know, Baroque. All right. All right, so the commercials are kicking in. Give me just a few minutes. I'm going to be right back. I'm really sorry for these brief commercials, but yeah. Anyway, talk to you in just a few. Don't go anywhere. We're going to play some more Gabriel Knight. right. Sorry about that. Powerful sounds. Wait, what? Pooping? Two musics play? Was there two musics? I thought I had muted it. Hey, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. That's a good one. Glitchy Beta, how are you doing, by the way? It's always good to have you around. Let's head to the police department. Things of your mind, rabbit. Bunny ears. Okay. Alright, oh, sorry.
Incoming ads for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
Hey, Dittaman, you're like 5 minutes late, man. What are you doing? A rabbit again. Welcome back. Thank you. Let's see. What am I doing here? I'm doing something. We need to look at stuff.
It's an antique umbrella stand.
Mystic is absolutely going nuts. Dittaman has made us
Tier 5
stupid.
Dittoman was made of stupid.
Mystic's over there playing. He's got a new bag. Mystic's got a new bag. All right. We need this
The
guy.
desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease.
Oh, God.
30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of grey oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
A good sodden cooking.
The official seal of the New Orleans Police Department highlights the tile floor.
She's not bad.
Oh.
Gabriel is standing in the lobby of his friend Moses' precinct. It smells like a cross between a hospital and brewery.
There's the one thing that I always found really interesting with Sierra games is the sheer amount of stuff that has information attached to it. Like in LucasArts games of the same era, a lot of times you'd click on some of the stuff and it'd be like, I can't do anything with that. It would just ignore it. I mean, it was obvious it was a picture or something, but they didn't. They tried to not mislead you too much. Grandma lay off the moonshine. They tried not to mislead you too much, or maybe they just didn't want to put that detail in there or whatever. But ultimately it was a lot easier to navigate and locate things.
Hey, nice precinct.
Think so? That's peachy. That means more to me than you could know. Hey, it's a beignet guy.
Great, I'm starved.
Is he trying to be Jack Nicholson or something? Oh. Oh, it's the dude outside the window. Wow, I didn't even pick up on that. Tons of information, and most are clues, which are cleverly hidden, so when you put everything together, it makes sense afterwards. Yeah, but I mean, it's just hard to locate what you need.
Stay put, you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, grab me 3, would ya?
Sure.
Is that Minsk? Is that the officer? The guy that said, stay put, you.
Thanks.
One way I struggled with this game was it's not always clear when you've learned something about a subject. Yes, I believe that, and that's what I fear. I have a feeling that's going to be a problem.
Got a second, officer?
What can I do you for?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Me? Nothing. I'm a Catholic boy.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I'm not allowed to give out information on police cases.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I'll tell you, I'm glad as hell it's not Mardi Gras. For it weren't for that 1 month a year, being a cop in New Orleans would be a real pleasure. As it is, I'd rather stick behind this desk.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Best food in the world. You can get it right here in New Orleans. Awful lot of sandwiches. Beignets, good Cajun coffee. Yep. Man can die happy in this city.
Let's see. Or you read up a clue, something that you don't use until much time later. Oh, well, there's that. Yeah, that's pretty typical anyway. Like, you'll pick up an item or hear a comment or, something like that, and then later on, you're supposed to remember it. That happened in all kinds of them. I mean, one of the most infamous ones that I can think of is Monkey Island, when he says, well, I can hold my breath for 10 minutes, and then that actually does become a thing later on, where you can actually die in the game. It's the only time he technically can die.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Bunch of crazies out there on St. John's Eve, that's what. Busy all night.
Really? What kind of crazies?
Your usual howl at the mooners, I guess. They don't look no weirder than them that comes in during Mardi Gras. Never can tell, though.
You've seen their food, you'll stick with Italian and Turkish food. You haven't seen the good stuff, then. They've got some really good stuff.
Do you know what Capri Santo means?
Can't say that I do.
Oh, is that what it means? Can't say that I do? There is one soft lock in this, but it's in a place where you're saving often, if you know what's good for you. Okay.
Tell me about you.
If only one, then that's good for a Sierra
Oh,
game.
me? I'm the Death Sergeant Frick. Why?
Frick?
That's right. You got a problem with that?
Not at all. I'm here to see Detective Mosley.
He's out of the crime scene. Sorry.
I think we got a point.
I was supposed to pick up some photos from Detective Mosley at the front desk.
Is that right? And who are you?
My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Yeah. I got something for you, all right. As soon as you're done talking, I'll give it to you.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Here's that envelope for you, Gabriel Knight.
He really has an attitude problem, doesn't he? So 16 of 342. Okay, well now you got me all worried. Okay.
Gabriel can't do anything with the officer from the front.
Well, let's see. Can we walk over to her? I bet you he gets yelled at by the cop.
No one goes back there until I say so, mister.
They're so much nicer in Police Quest. I've only ever played the first one. Yeah, that's the only one I've ever played. I never finished it when I was a kid when it came out, but I played it then, but I did play it on stream. So I can't talk to her from here.
Gabriel can't do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, what's in my inventory?
Gabriel opens the manila envelope and finds 2 photographs.
Because it's fiction. You can ask about a subject more than once. Oh yeah, that's right. They were doing. I forgot about that. Ultima CJ. Keep repeating it. Thank you for the reminder. Like try asking him about himself several times for some good laughs. It's vague enough the game doesn't tell you. Yes, I figured that out last week. Totally forgot about it. I think you saw some of my PQ playthrough. I'm gonna do the rest of them, and I might even do Leisure Suit Larry. Besides the first one. Let's see. Well, that doesn't look good. I think he needs to see a doctor.
Those 2.
He looks like something out of a Batman comic book, like a corrupt cop who's gone Joker crazy. Sometimes asking about a subject more than once is vital. Yeah. Yeah, because I was getting a whole bunch of
Can I
extra
bother you
points.
again, officer?
What is it this time?
What can you tell me about...
I told you, I ain't got nothing to say about voodoo.
What can you tell me...
I told you.
Okay, nothing more there.
Are you sure you can't give me the scoop on the voodoo murders case?
Hey, buddy, do I look like the kind of lowlife that'd betray my sacred oath to this department?
I don't know. What would that kind of lowlife look like?
Like hamburger meat if I got a hold of them. Kinda like what you're gonna look like in about 5 seconds.
Okay, sorry I asked.
The original series Epic, I don't know this for a fact. I know that none of them appeared on the official banned on Twitch list that Twitch has, which does exist, by the way. They actually have a list for that. I had a link to it at one point. Let's see. Yeah, the prohibited games. It didn't appear there the last I looked. I will give the link here rather than read them out. And it says English US, but you know, whatever language doesn't matter. You can change it. But ultimately, Leisure Suit Larry isn't on this official banned list. Their stated policy is that, well, alternate versions of adults-only titles with ESRB rating of mature or lower are permitted, including mature versions of Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. I just know that BMX, XXX, and Hoonie Pop is on there. Yeah, that is on here. I did see that. I didn't know about Hoonie Pop. I've never played it. But it is there. 1 and 2, actually, yeah. I'm surprised the Hitler one isn't on there. It's been making its rounds on Steam. Dang, some of those game titles, just the title alone. Gee, I wonder why that's not allowed on stream. It's true. Is it pure? Okay, I did not know. I'd never touched it. The Jousting one, Final Girl. That's funny. I've played it, so yeah, I can see how that game is banned. A game like that exists. I don't even want to know on some of those.
There's nothing you have to say about the Voodoo Murray's case, huh?
You're really pressing your luck, pal.
Especially if you play the uncensored version. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's nothing you have to say about the Voodoo. What can you do?
Look, I love this city good as anybody, but I already gave you my opinion. Why don't you check out the Travel Bureau?
Twitch is still American. If I could change their opinion on some things, I would, but I gave up years ago
What
on
can
that.
you tell me? What can you tell?
I already told you, it's a busy night for us, pal. You want a history lesson? Go read a book.
Go read a book.
What can you...
I already told...
Are you sure you don't?
You don't want to make me repeat myself, bud.
I've had you repeat yourself several times.
Are you sure?
You don't...
What are you going to do? Get up and stumble your way towards me?
Tell me about yourself.
You see that front door?
Yeah?
Well, I watch people come in. See this book?
Yeah?
Well, I write people's names in it, see? People that bother me. Want me to put your name in this book?
I think not.
That's what I thought.
See this book?
Tell me about yourself.
I hate people who ask stupid questions.
Tell me about...
Where is the crime scene?
Is it related to the Voodoo murders?
Crime scene information is police confidential. We don't need any more looky-loos than are probably already there.
Come on, you can tell me what the crime scene is.
Look, I know the paper's got everybody stirred up by these killings, but that don't make it public information. Back off.
Are you serious,
So this
Epic?
is a new voodoo murder then. Hey, I didn't say that. You'll read all about it in the papers tomorrow, I'm sure.
That is something else, Epic. I had no idea. Only person you know that got dinged for something like that. And then Grunt, was it? No, not Grunt. McCaw, I think, got banned for. Was it a trailer for a game? I forget. Got a 3-day ban, and then Grunt got a 3-day ban for playing something else, which I can't remember. Yeah, McCaw, but so did Grunt. I forget what he was playing. Oh, McCaw got in trouble for Blue Heats. Grunt did the trailer. Is that right, or do I have it backwards? Those were like a month apart from each other too, and I'm like, Blue Heat, really? But it's Germany, where adult games aren't shown on Steam anymore. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so we're done bugging this board, dude. Time to go into Greater New Orleans. There was a news story about Twitch mother had to go AFK to grab a drink for a kid walked by a cam and caught it. Just walked by. That's it. Someone reported it, and Twitch streamer got banned. Not sure if it was full or temp, but though it did make, yeah. Blue Heat was weird because it had even played it before, and so had others, which means somebody had to have seen it and then complained. That's what it was, Orange Comfort. Thank you. I couldn't remember, but they were like a month apart. Meanwhile, it was a big... What? In GeoGuessr? Oh my god. Not supposed to have underage people on stream. Yeah, I kind of get that. That's kind of funny. French Quarter. Grandmother Knight's house. Uh-oh. We'll go to Grandmother Knight's house. Good evening.
I'm so glad you stopped by.
Why does she have no legs?
It's been a while, Grandma.
Oh, there they are.
Not at all. Give us a kiss. Now come and sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Due to the nudity in the trailers of the Peter Greenway. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it was the trailers for him. Yeah. That was it. Go Gadget Grandma legs. Meanwhile, we have a hot tub section. Yeah. I know, Orange Comfort. I didn't want to get into this part. I think I should probably draw the line at that. But ultimately, yeah. I don't think Leisure Suit Larry has any issues. If anything, maybe the newest one does. I don't know. But I don't think so. It might be one of those where you kind of skirt the line, and depending on who comes into chat, that might be an issue.
What can you tell me about
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster movies and all that other weird stuff. You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, did I? Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time. You don't hear about it so much these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
Let me guess, Orange Comfort. It was the Statue of David. Surprised Aunt Kay hasn't been banned, but she always has a blocking scene ready to switch to. I'm sure to some degree they may make an allowance if you are trying to prevent it. In other words, if you miss a couple of frames, perhaps. It wasn't even real people, yeah. It was statues, not even real people. That's terrible. We paid. Pretty much, Rev. Rev knows what I'm talking about. Stupid. I'm just going to go with Kilgore's statement, bunch of mopes.
What do you know about the voodoo movies?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
Sometimes wonder how they can shower. A big button in the yeah, we'll switch seats in case. Yeah, see, there you go. Actually, I'm gonna back up.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Cheer 5 bunch of mopes and bums. Them bungholes.
Them bungholes. Thank you for the 5 bits. McCall went through it, and he had a good. And he did. I mean, both he and Grunt did. Did the same thing. They just took it in stride, and they came back when they, when it was lifted. Mopes everywhere.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't know what else to tell you, dear.
Mopes everywhere. It's all I can see.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
Registering a patent. Uh-oh. Wait, what?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is very southern. Of course, though, not as much as it used to be when I was a girl. It's gotten much more influenced by the East Coast and that California stuff. Still, it hasn't changed as much as other places, I reckon. We've always been happy here.
Mopes to the left of me, mopes to the right. Here I am getting mopey. I can't even get the melody right, the rhythm right for that.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
My goodness, boy. You've lived here all your life just like me. I can't tell you much that you don't already know.
GP Poo Panic Button will be the Christmas gift 2023. Send those to Macaw and to Grunt.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
My goodness.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? I remember when I was a girl, we always had a St. John's Eve Mass. The Mass was said at midnight, and we held candles. One time on the way home, we were waylaid by a large group of drunken revelers. They didn't hurt us, but I was frightened. My father was furious. We never went to St. John's Eve Mass after that.
Wow, really?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I haven't celebrated it in years, Gabriel. I'm sure there's still Mass in the more traditional churches, but I don't go.
What can you
I haven't celebrated.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sans Coeur means?
Something without something, I think. My French is so rusty. I swear my mind is going.
Your mind isn't going.
It's okay, thanks.
If you don't remember, you just don't remember.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sans Coeur? It's okay. Tell me about yourself.
Me?
What?
Surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
Oh, come on, Graham.
She did, I
All
think.
right, dear. What do you want to hear?
Oh, wow. A whole... Wow. Okay.
What do you do all day?
You know how I love to knit and work in my garden? I also take long walks. It's the only way to keep an old body like mine from stiffening up.
You're not old.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'm older than the hills.
Tell me how you met Granddaddy.
I met Harrison at a church revival. There was a traveling preacher back there, a big fella named Reverend Jim. I even remember his slogan, "Come to me to find your way." Your granddad was sitting right behind me and my girlfriend Alma, and at one point, old Reverend Jim was flinging his hair around with his fire and brimstone annex, and a piece of it, one of those small add-on do's for man, went flying off. I swear, Harrison and I were the only ones that noticed. We both started laughing to beat the band. Everyone looked at us like we were a couple of loonies. It was then I knew that he was me.
Tell me about before you met Granddaddy.
You know I was born Rebecca Wright. My daddy owned a lot of land outside of town. Peas, corn, cotton, all kinds of things. It was a good childhood. was very strict. He didn't much let me out of his sight.
You might say he wigged out. I mean, I'm like, you got so carried away that your toupee went flying?
How you feeling these days?
Fit as a fiddle, and don't you worry your head about
Just tell me anything at all.
it. I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him, so I'm afraid I spoiled him rotten.
Wow. Wow. She couldn't after 22. Oh, wow. Gabriel Knight is one of the few Sierra games I didn't play back in the day. I did play the remaster a few years ago, though. It'll be fun to see the difference, really. I wasn't even aware this series existed until Twitch, really. I didn't really seek out Sierra games at this point. Only the series that I was interested in. Like, I didn't even buy Quest for Glory 5. I had 4 and played that and finished it, but that came out around the same time? When did Quest for Glory 3 come out? Pretty sure it was around 93, 94. Oh yeah, Shadows. Yeah, 93. So same time as this. But I never sought any new titles. But at this point, I started playing Doom. Gabriel's just walking off screen. Come back 5 minutes later with a coffee, and Grandma's still talking.
Just tell me anything at all.
I never loved any man but your grandfather. And I never will.
Just tell me anything at all.
I hate to admit it, but I was a jealous little thing when your granddad and I were younger. I loved him so ferociously. And he did attract the eyes of the ladies, whether he wanted to or not.
It's actually a mix, Epic. The cutscenes have some PCM audio, but like right now, you're hearing PCM audio, but there is also MIDI playing as well. Let's see if I can actually... There. So I just turned the MIDI off. Why is the music so much louder than the voiceover? I'm so sorry, Ulig. I was not aware it was actually overpowering. I can adjust the music volume independently. In fact, let's see. There sounds some 90s. It's the truth. I mean, it can get really loud, but your sound card works perfectly. Yeah, it uses MIDI. Trying to find a good spot for the MIDI. Oh, Pi. I understand, man. It's, oh, God, like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You get some rest, and I will see you next time. Hopefully, I'll catch you on Friday. Don't miss the announcement. Sorry, I could have phrased that better. I was kind of expecting people to say, there's no music. You're just an idiot. You're an idiot. No. 1 a.m., yeah. Friday, yeah. Friday, usual time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Not sure what that is, UTC. But yeah, if the audio is imbalanced in some way, please speak up. I apologize. I can visually tell the difference, but what is in stream, unfortunately, is not monitored equally in my headset. Thank you, Echo 1400 CEST. Yeah. Chaos. Nah. 1300 BST UTC +1. Of course, my internet keeps going really weird. I don't understand why it's acting up the way it is. All right. Back to the game. Let's see. Tell me anything at all.
Just tell me anything at all.
I get lonely sometimes, but I have lots of girlfriends in the neighborhood. I call one of them if I'm feeling blue.
She got lots to say.
Just tell me anything at all.
I wish you'd settle down and give me a great-grandchild.
Oh, Gran. Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22. The doctors told me I couldn't have any more after him.
So, yeah, that's...
Just tell...
I never loved...
Okay, she's just repeating herself.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
BS time.
Dear.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
Hang on a second before I move on. Just gonna run a quick test. It's acting kind of strange for some reason. It's going through this like cycle, and I think it's Twitch, and it is. Doesn't seem to be an issue with my internet. It seems like maybe my connection between me and the Twitch upload server is acting a little bit weird tonight. So I apologize for that. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Harrison Knight.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He worked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him. Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. They were 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, it's like it goes into these just temporary cycles. Like short, brief little
Tell me about my mother.
internet weirdness.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her.
Templeton
She
Peck?
came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked defying her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be a sweet gesture.
Maybe I will.
BST is also, I can't think of the class. It's a class in EverQuest as well. Beast Lord. Yeah, Beast Lord. He did bling blong blind. What? Ha! He had nightmares. Wow, Gran. Way to be insensitive. I didn't ask the questions multiple times.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad supported me and your father with bookkeeping. I'll tell you what, though, he hated every minute of it. Didn't really like bookkeeping one bit. Maybe that was why he had the worst luck with jobs.
Oh, you talking about the...
Nights he'd come home afraid to tell me he'd lost another. And I would tell him it didn't matter to me. But he felt ashamed, Gabriel.
You mean when you get a point, it makes that little bling blong sound? He had nightmares? Doesn't someone else have nightmares too? So KFC took popcorn chicken off the menu and then put it back on, only now they're dubbed nuggets. Kabuko's, welcome in, by the way. Yes, we were talking about that yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday or the day before. We saw a commercial for it, and they were like, what is it what was that called before? And Coffee says, nuggets. They were chicken nugget, or popcorn chicken. Something like that.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Harrison was only 36 when he died. Your father was 8 years old at the time. Your granddad was hit by a streetcar in the business district.
Wow.
Took me nearly a year to believe he was really gone.
I'm sorry, Gran.
I know you are, dear.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Did you know that your granddad was a poet? He was! He wrote the most beautiful poetry for me when we were courting. I always thought he should have done something with that gift. But he was such a practical man. Didn't believe in chasing after dreams.
All the connections. Yeah.
Tell me something.
I don't know what else.
Okay.
Tell me
When Philip met your mother, it was love at first sight. They were married 2 weeks later. Never looked at a girl seriously until then. And he looked at plenty. You have your father's way with women, Gabriel. And your granddad's.
Tell me about my father.
I wanted to just lay down and die when he and your mother were killed in that car crash when you were only 8. It was the thought of taking care of you that kept me going, Gabriel. The police say your father swerved off the road after being frightened by something. Perhaps a deer in the road or a wild cat.
This family is quite unlucky. His grandfather passed away when he was only 36. Then his parents get killed when he's just a little boy. And they all suffer nightmares. Gee, I mean, none of this has anything to do... Yeah. Sounds a little too confusing, or too coincidental. There are 3 time zones named BST, British Summertime, Brazilian Standard Time, and Bering Strait Time. That's a bit confusing. And your granddad's way with women. TMI, Grandma. TMI. Any evening, everyone. How you doing, Ernie? Good to see you. How Mr. Gabriel Knight can manage that hairstyle. Why, I do believe his family is cursed. Isn't it, though? But why unlucky? Keep playing. Yeah, I know. I kind of have an idea based on the, back of the box and everything, so, yeah.
Tell me about my father.
Your granddad wanted Philip to have a normal life. He was obsessed by that thought. He pushed Philip to go to law school. Philip was driven to art. He painted almost in a daze. He would get so inside himself when he worked.
Oops, I didn't mean to click on him.
Tell me about my father.
He always hated it that it was Margaret's money that supported the 3 of you when his painting couldn't. I kept telling him, try something more cheerful, like a landscape or 2. He couldn't do it. His work was just too dark and disturbing for the public, you know.
Well, that's like the worst. Things of your mind, that is the worst. I mean, torture somebody is one thing, but don't burn the top of their mouth with melty cheese.
Tell me about my father.
I don't know what else.
Okay, so she's done talking about him. Hey, Kriegeth, tell me about voodoo.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother's family refused to give her money after the marriage. All she had left was a modest trust fund from her great-aunt, who happened to like Philip. The remainder of your mother's trust fund became yours when she died. That's what you used to open your bookshop.
Tell me about my mother.
The Templetons are all gone now. Every last one of them. They never wanted anything to do with us, of course. What a waste.
By the way, for those who don't know, if you're unfamiliar with what Creole is and why the family here was against Philip and Margaret being, well, not necessarily liking Margaret, the reason why is Creole is a mix of African American, and unfortunately bigotry is a thing, so that's tied into it. Mixed family situation in that instance. That's my guess anyway.